Yo, do you actually like listen to the radio?
I don't listen to local.
Why not?
Because they don't play local music.
Never forget where you came from. No money, no money. Me, I'm still the same son, but never forget where you came from.
Look at the radio as an extension of the views and philosophies of the dominant society. The dominant society picks what songs are gonna be over there to influence the whole population. So they're pushing things like ignorance, stupidity, sex, violence.
There's no substance in it anymore. It's not relevant to me. There's only so much you can take of the same thing being played over and over and over again.
You don't really get to hear those songs that'll make you think more, instead of the ones that'll make you party and dance.
Money, money, money. We don't want to hear that all day. We want to hear about conscious things that are going on in the world. It's what's really going on, and not just those that are making money or buying cars or things like that. We want to hear the real.
A lot of it is for a distraction. They don't want people to be positive. They don't want people to think of things critically. They don't want people to be aware or awake.
In one word, it's trash.
You're locked in to Progressive Soul.
Money is the driving force behind radio right now. It's really killing us because now we're being forced to accept that we don't have a voice on radio, on any frequency. I think we need change in that department.
Who's owning this stuff?
We know that this country itself is established as a corporation. We know the cities are corporations. So, anything that's gonna harm or threaten that structure that they got going is not gonna be on the radio.
We're not getting the full information, and there are certain stories that are not being reported or that may be bypassed.
You don't hear the conscious stuff because you have larger corporations who have an agenda. Ultimately, their agenda is to keep people deaf, dumb, and blind, keeping them away from awareness of what's really going on in the world, as far as capitalism, as far as imperialism.
What I look at the radio station is, in terms of African people, it's to keep us in the position that we're in, which is colonized and subjugated by these billionaires, the US government, the media, the cops, the justice system. All these different things are to keep us in a subjugated position, and the radio is no different. The military physically stops us, but the radio mentally stops us.
That's happening, which we already know all day. Let's talk about the solutions, man.
Progressive Soul.
I love black women. I'm black. I dig the natural. I think the natural is a beautiful, beautiful way of wearing your hair.
Progressive Soul.
What should black radio actually look like?
The importance of radio, most definitely black radio, is an opportunity to hear not just the black music, but the black messages behind it. We need to hear voices, not how they're depicting us, but how we depict ourselves. We need to hear our own message.
We have to have radio shows that cater to the community more so than just trying to play a bunch of music to get people happy while they're driving to work. You need to learn.
We could talk about our relationships with our family, our music, our culture, our international relationships with other Africans all over the world.
The bleaching, that seemed to be a big issue with black celebrities and artists, bleaching their skin. So we could talk about image.
Let's have radio stations that's gonna actually teach us and educate us.
Progressive Soul.
So when we get into black ownership of radio, that completely changes the trajectory. It changes the paradigm. It changes the focus. It changes the whole scope of the radio station, because then it allows me to come in there and I don't gotta say, hey, is it cool for me to talk about revolution? Is it cool for me to talk about white power? I can say white supremacy on this station, you know what I'm saying?
With a black-owned radio station, man, I think that would be nice, man. I think that's something where people can be free to express themselves and not by what rules society has put up, but our own platform where we can uplift our communities with our music.
We have to do our own naming, our own financing, our own cooperative economics. We have to do for ourselves.
So the black radio station is very important to the black community and to all black businesses. They can touch a variety of people that we can't touch. So it's very important that we have the black radio stations to support the black businesses, and the black businesses support the black radio stations.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had a radio station that catered only to us, to be able to tell us these things?
Can't look in the eyes of my brother without shedding a tear for my brother. I really wanna try for my brother, 'cause I truly do feel for my brother.
Yo, San Diego, it's here. It's finally here.
This is the radio station that we all been looking for.
The radio station is Progressive Soul.
Everybody tune into the radio station. Throw your support behind it. Give financially, give time, give energy.
Support Progressive Soul because media is powerful. So if we have a voice and we can get our side of the story.
Progressive Soul is going to be it, okay? Make sure that you are tuning into this new station. This is for us, by us.
PSoul is where it's at. We got our own station now, baby.
We don't have to turn on the other radio station.
You know, we always talk about what we want. Now we got an entity to deliver what we need. You guys check out Progressive Soul. Bars Up most definitely support that.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jazz coming to you live from Hookmaster Studios. And right now you're listening to Progressive Soul.
This is Tanisha. I'm representing Black San Diego, empowering our community, and we're holding it down for Progressive Soul.
Yo, this is Josh Sun, Jason Kinetic, California Roots Republic, Fine Print Promotion. Make sure you tune in, Progressive Soul Radio.
This is GJ the God. Go check out my album Black Terrier on PSoul.
All right, San Diego, Progressive Soul.
Never forget where you came from. No money, no money. Me, I'm still the same son, but never forget where you came from.
You're locked in to Progressive Soul.